Hey ladies, I just wanted to jump on here real quick. Don't mind my voice. I've lost it from my allergies. So I just really wanted to jump on here real quick because I had read a post in one of my postpartum depression and anxiety support groups online, and this woman was reading a book by I think it's Brooke Shields, when she was suffering from postpartum depression and anxiety. And, she circled all the intrusive thoughts that she had, and she posted this really, heartfelt post that, even though I'm struggling here, it's been 8 months and I haven't gotten any help. And she went on to say that, it's the reason I haven't gotten help is because it's another bill on my card. It's another hassle of having to get out of the house. And so I'm really thankful for the support groups that are online for you. So I really wanted to talk about, why we're afraid to get help. And I know I've done a video on this. So we're not really going to go into those things. So if you haven't seen the video of, our fears about getting help, please check that out. And why we're kind of suffering in silence, what's holding us back from getting help, what's the story that we tell ourselves of why we shouldn't get help and why we should do this by ourselves or thus suffer in silence. So that's really what this video is about. So if you're suffering like I was for a really long time and you are afraid of getting help and you have this story that you're telling yourself that it's going to take a lot of time, that it's going to cost you a lot of money, that the investment is not something for you, that you don't have a lot of money, that you don't think that you need extra help, or you think that the support groups are going to help you. I'm here to kind of walk you through that. So I completely understand where you're coming from. I was in the same position, like, okay, the copay for a therapist is going to cost this, the price to get a coach is going to cost that, the price of medicine is going to cost this. It's going to take me an hour to be with a therapist. How long is it going to take me to drive there? What am I going to do with my son? And if you have more than one kid, what are you going to do with the kids while you go see the therapist? And so you could just go on and on and on and on about all the reasons that you shouldn't get help. And then, is it really going to help me? Am I really going to benefit from this person's help or this medication? Is it worth the investment? Okay, I'm taking away time from my kids. Should I be more with my kids than be at the therapist, or, be at the doctor, be at that support group? Taking away time from my husband. What is he going to say that I'm going to see a therapist, or I'm going to see a coach, or I'm going to see a psychologist? What's he going to say? And is he going to make a comment about how much this is going to cost us, or how much time I'm going to be away from the family to work on this? So I had the same fears, the same almost disappointment fears, the same blocks blocking me from really getting the help that I really needed. Excuse me. This voice thing is driving me nuts. So I really get what you're going through. So let's talk about a little bit. I don't have a lot of time today, but let's talk about what that means. So for this person that wrote this post, as a client, what I would say to them is, why are you afraid to invest in that help? What is that bill going to do for you? Like, how is that going to make you feel? And why is that going to make you feel that way? So if you're feeling like you don't have enough money, or the investment is not going to bring back a return, right? Because when we invest in school, we can invest $150,000 and hope that it gives us a return on investment, meaning like we have a job, we make a lot of money, things like that. You invest in a business, right? So you're hoping that you get a return. So what is it that you don't think that the return is good enough? And I see a lot of posts on Instagram about this, about, moms investing in lots of things. So whether it's your clothes, mommy me classes for your kids, preschool for your kids, you invest in shoes, you invest in all these other avenues in your life, household things like your couch, a nice painting, whatever. You're spending all this money, you're investing all this time and all these things. And you're not investing actually in yourself, in like what you need. So what I would say to this client is, why is it that you're thinking that all these other things are more important than your mental health? Like, your mental health is so much more important. Like, if you could really feel good right now, if you could love your life right now, if you could get past all these fears, all these blocks, the anger, the resentment, the feelings of unworthiness, undeserving, why would you choose not to invest in yourself? Is this story that you're telling yourself is so strong right now? Maybe it's that you feel like you don't deserve the help, or you're not worthy of help, or the finances shouldn't go to getting that help. So there's a lot of fears and blocks that we have as women in general, and especially around getting mental help during our postpartum journey is a huge thing that we're really afraid of getting that help. So if you're at this point in your life where you feel like, even though you're suffering, you can do this by yourself, or the bill is too high, or, you don't want to invest in the time, it's going to take you so much time, really sit with that and ask yourself, like, if you're struggling so much right now, and if you're feeling such despair and such hate towards yourself, and you're crying, and you're not sure where to turn, and you're spinning around in circles, I want you to really get clear on why is it that you're choosing to stay where you are, why you're telling yourself this story. Why is it that you feel like you need to suffer? Because when you really get clear on why is it that you feel like you need to suffer, then you can make a step to realize that you don't have to suffer. You don't have to sit here and be in this horrible, horrible hole. You do not have to do this. So sit with yourself and say, why am I choosing to suffer? Because really that's what you're choosing to do right now. Although we didn't choose postpartum depression and anxiety, you are choosing not to get help for whatever reason that is, the same way I did. So I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I understand from a very loving perspective. I did the same thing. I was choosing to suffer. And I'll give you some examples of why I was choosing to suffer. Okay, so when I really thought clear about it, I felt like I needed to suffer because I was this bad mom. I had these bad thoughts. I had these bad reactions, or at least what I thought of as bad reactions in my brain. I had these uncomfortable situations with my husband, and these bad reactions with my husband and my son. And I felt like because I had these bad habits or whatnot, that I needed to suffer for them, that I needed to feel bad, that I needed to be punished for the way that I was feeling, that I didn't deserve to go get the help. I didn't deserve not to suffer because of the way I responded, the way I reacted, the way I was feeling, the way that I was thinking. And I really truly felt that I should spend time suffering for my mistakes, for my sins, so to speak. And, when I realized, have I suffered enough? Have I suffered enough for whatever my brain is telling me I'm so bad at, that I'm such a bad person, that I'm a sinner, that I'm, this horrible mom? Did I suffer enough? Is this enough? Is this crying and this despair and this, oh my God, I'm getting emotional, this horrible feeling that's inside, had I suffered enough already? And when I realized that I suffered enough, like I don't need to suffer anymore. What I did was not that bad. The way I feel is not that bad of a person. Like, I didn't murder anyone, so I don't need to suffer anymore. I don't need to feel this feeling. And when I finally realized that I don't need to suffer anymore, that I've punished myself enough, like I've so to speak, like, what do they say when you're in prison and you can get out on parole or whatever? I forget what the word is. I'm lost in my own brain right now, but there's a word for that where, it's you've time served. That's what it is. Time served. So you've suffered enough. Okay. You've put in your time. It's time to stop suffering. You've put in this time, and it's time to move past this. So really find some time to sit with why you are punishing yourself this way. Just like this woman in this post is saying that, basically she's saying, I don't deserve help. I don't need it. This support group is good enough for me. But you're still suffering, right? You're still punishing yourself. You're still wallowing. You're still thinking that you're this bad mom and this horrible person. So what I want you to do is figure out why you're punishing yourself so much, and if you have suffered enough. And if it's time to start investing in yourself to feel good again, to be the mom that you want to be. And when you invest in a therapist, if you have insurance, it's not that much. It's a $30 copay or so much, whatever. If you invest in your medication, if you have insurance, it's X, Y, and Z. If you don't have the money, you can find a way to find that money. And even if you don't have it right now, why wouldn't you put it on a card like you would put your couch on a card and pay off the investment later? Why wouldn't you put it on a credit card and as if you would do with like school or something like that, or get a loan or whatnot, to invest in yourself, to know that the return is so much more important. Your mindset is so much more important. The way you show up as a mom for your baby, the way you show up as a wife in your relationship, the way you show up as an individual for yourself, the return is honestly amazing. It's well worth the money that you're going to spend and the time that you're going to invest, because if you feel good and your mind is clear, then you can find a way to have the money returned to you. You can find a way to be this awesome mom. You can find a way to live the life that you want to live and the way that you want to show up in the world. So investing in yourself to get the help that you need, I know is very scary, and I know there's a story that you tell yourself, but I need you to rewrite that story. Otherwise, you're going to sit for years and years and years and be miserable. And I don't want you to be miserable. I know you want to be a good mom. I know you want to be an individual. I know you want to show up in the best way humanly possible. And the only way you're going to do that is to start investing in yourself and change your story and stop suffering and tell yourself that you've suffered enough. You punished yourself enough for whatever it is that you think you did. You have suffered enough. You can stop punishing yourself. I promise you, you are not that bad of a person. You are not this monster that you make yourself out to be. You've suffered enough, and it's time to start investing in yourself, believing in the people that can help you, that there is help out there, and that it is worth spending the time and money to get the help that you deserve and that you're worthy of. You are worthy of help. You're worthy of living this amazing life. And if you sit there and tell yourself that these support groups online, these Facebook support groups, which are basically not that supportive, if you've been in them and it's a bunch of just people ranting about their crazy lives, there's very minimal support in there. There's very minimal personal support. There's very minimal ways to talk one-on-one with someone or in a group setting where you can express your feelings, learn from them, get advice, things like that. That's not enough. I'm telling you right now, I know from personal experience, just that Facebook group is not going to save your life. It's not going to help you stop punishing yourself. It's not going to get you where you want to go. And the more you tell yourself that you can do this by yourself, the more weeks go on, and I've done it, the more you're spinning in circles, the more you're trying to figure out what's working for you, what's not working for you. And you don't have a lot of time to sit there and meditate on it as you did before you had a baby. So please, stop spinning in circles. Find the help you need. Go to that physical support group. Go to that therapist. Go to your OBGYN. Hire a coach. Hire a therapist. Go to hire a social worker. Go get your acupuncture. Whatever it is, find what works for you. And please start investing in yourself. Start knowing that your mind is the only thing that is the most important right now. You are so important. You have to take care of this baby. You have to raise this baby. You have to raise yourself. You have to help your family. You need to have a clear mindset. You need to feel really good. You need to be able to show up in the world the way that you want to. Okay, so that's it for today. I please plead with you. Please get some help. Please invest in yourself. Stop punishing yourself. Thank you so much for being on the line with me. Please like my Facebook fan page, The Unfamiliar Mom. Please like my Instagram account, The Unfamiliar Mom, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Danielle Cotis. Thank you all so much. If you are in needing help, you need someone to talk to, you don't know what's happening, you're running around in circles, please book a call with me. Please reach out to me, DM me, anything like that. I'm here to answer any and all questions you have, point you in the right direction, give you some motivation to send you into action steps, into that place where you can start getting the help you need. Thank you guys. Enjoy your day.